Can't believe I won. Man becomes a clown. Okay, dokie. Clowm. It's a new one. Comes a clown. Let the story commence. Craig went to the circus and said, is this something that I can get into, or have I got to be born into it, or what? Does this go like hundreds of years back, or can I enter in? Will I ever be a part of this, even if I do become like really good at it, or what? And the woman said, is it a ticket you're wanting, or said no, to become a part of the show, to become like a clown. A clown? Or that's something you have to speak to one of the management after the show if you want to be a clown. He said, no, clown. A clown? I speak to the manager. No, right, all right, I'll speak to him later. And so he waited till the show was finished, right? And then there was somebody wearing a kind of suit thing. He went like, excuse me, do you run this? Or no, I'm security. I want to speak to some. I want to get into the circus. All right, you could speak to Mr. Davidson. Davidson, right? And how would I get a hold of him? Well, he's probably busy tonight, but during the day, he's about. Are you a show person yourself? Are you involved in the circus? No, I want to break in. I want to, no, break in, you know. Want to get in there. I want to be like a clown. All right. All right. Aye, good. It's a dying art. I can tell you that, Mr. Davison. I'm sure without agree. He's always looking for clowns. So you know what I'm on about? Aye, clown. Right. Right. Can I be honest with you, mate? Aye. Earlier I was speaking to the woman at the desk, right? I said clown instead of clown, right? And I thought, oh dear, I've made a fucking tit of myself. She then said clown, and that acted like, oh no, it's this other thing called a clown. You know, just in case you spotted it, but didn't let on that she spotted it. She's just trying to make me feel better. So I kind of acted like there is such a thing as a clown. And then I said clown to you there, and you're saying clown back to me. So you know, so there is a clown, or... And the guy said, no, I'll be honest with you, I thought that's just the way you speak. You say you caught a clown, I caught a clown. And Craig was like, I caught a clown. Is there a clown? And the guy said, well, listen, if you speak to Mr. Davison tomorrow about whatever it is you're on about, he'll be about. So Craig went away and he came back the next day and went up to, like, looked about, and there's some guy, like, fiddling with cables and stuff like that. And Craig said, hello there, sorry to disturb you. Looking to speak to Mr. Davidson. Mr. Davidson's over there in his trailer. Right, that one there. Right. And Craig knocked on the door. The answer. Craig thought, that's funny. I was told he was in here. The answer. That's strange. Knocked again. The answer. And then Craig knocked a third time, and the door went a wee bit, opened a wee bit. Craig went, hello? Mr. Davidson? Hello? Is it okay to come in? Didn't know if the door opened by itself or if Mr. Davison opened the door for him. Opened the door. And there was Mr. Davidson, dressed up as a clown, having a wank. And it's just, classic clown. Old guy, looked like it was a fucking kind of alky, a big red nose, but he had an actual red nose on. And his cock was all white as well, the kind of the face paint sort of stuff. It was on the cock, and the bell end was bright red as well. And Craig said, well, listen, I think I'll come back later. And Mr. Davis went like, no, come in. I'm nearly finished. Mr. Davison shot his load into he went like, picked the nose off. The red nose. It was an actual comic relief one. Went like that, spunked in it, put it back on. It kind of used it as glue. And he's like that. Remember, people used to use Vicks Vapor Rub and a mask going to raves. It kind of seemed to have that effect for him. He was like, Whew. He said, how can I help you, son? Craig said, I'm thinking of becoming a clown. Is that something I'm able to get into here? Or Mr. Davison said, do you know, we're not actually looking for clowns just now. Craig went, all right, I'll see you later then, that's that then. We're looking for clowns though. And Craig went like that. What did you say? Mr. Davison said, we're looking for clowns. And Craig went like that. Did you just say Clowm? Mr. Davison went like that. Craig picked up a bottle of booze that was in a brown paper bag and went like that. Don't touch on that again. And Craig said, it's funny you saying that because this word's got stuck in my head because I made a mistake here. Mr. Davis said, I have been following, no need to explain, I have been following your progress this whole time. And Craig said, you've been following my progress all the way since yesterday? No, yesterday. Earlier. Since the day before? Earlier. The month before? Earlier. The year before? Earlier. The decade before? Earlier. The score before, which is 20? Earlier. And Craig said, have you been following me since the beginning of my life? Like, are you my dad or something? Earlier. But for my dad's side, right side, my mom's side, earlier. My mom's ma, other side, my mom's dad, earlier. And it kind of went back like that, It turns out this Mr. Davidson, not unlike Pennywise for it, had actually been alive for a very, very long time and had been like planning and guiding the ancestry of Craig the whole time, and finally he had come here. And Craig went, what's the meaning of all this? I mean, is it in my blood that is it in my actual like DNA that I was going to decide one day to get up and go to here to the circus? What's going on? Have I been guided or I don't. What the fuck's a clown? What's a clown? Mr. Davidson said, a clown is like a clown, but it's like the one before it. Because you know the letter M comes before the letter N. M-N, aye. It's like a clown, but before it. You know, you get Gen X. Aye. Now what letter comes after that? Y? No. Z? No. Oh, millennials? Yep. So M, you know. Craig said, I don't follow you. Just then, Craig was busting for the toilet. Said, listen, I'm actually busting right now. You got a toilet in here? And Mr. Davison said, I help yourself, there it is there. Craig went, and is there anybody in? He went, nobody's in, no. So Craig walked to the toilet, and the door was open a wee bit. And Craig went, good, nobody's in. And went to push the door open. Just then the door got kicked shut for the inside. It fucking nearly took Craig's finger off. And locked, then got locked. Craig was like, who the fuck's that you fucking doing? Keep it, fucking lock the door then instead of kicking it shut. And inside, what? An argument started. Mr. Davidson left. And the guy inside opened the door. And it was a guy that kind of, normal looking guy. And they squared up to each other, forehead to forehead like that. You fucking doing like that. Craig puts it up bottle. Earlier. Craig put it at the guy's head. Like hit him over the head, knocked him out, and it splashed everywhere. And Craig went, I think you can say, I think alcohol goes in fire, didn't it? So he picked up a lighter and just put it up to the guy's face like that. He'd rather than this sort of like a match chucking there behind me, he puts it just up to his face like that. And his face went on fire. Problem was he was still alive. And was like, and Craig shut the door behind him. And then saw one of the big, was it like butane containers, for like gas or something. He went, aye, fuck that. Opened the door, chucked that in, shut the door again. And walked away. And thought, don't look back. Like they do in the films, don't look back. And then it went kaboom behind him. And Craig went like that. Just kept walking like that. You don't look back. Just then, Mr. Davison came running out of nowhere, hard on in hand. Craig thought he was coming for him, but he was like, out of the way! He thought it was Craig thought the end of his knob was just red as usual, but it was on fire. A bit of the fire had went on him, and he put it in a puddle. He was like all bent air, naked. Big stupid arse on display. Craig took, one of the poles for balancing on a horse or a tightrope, like that. Craig took out, well, here, check this out, and rammed it right up Mr. Davidson's arse until it came out his mouth. He looked like a pig, a roast pig. He took him back out of the fire at the trailer thing, the caravan thing, and turned him around and ate him. And then Craig went like that. He woke up. And he's like, oh, it's just a dream. Why, it was just a dream? That's the craziest dream I've ever had. And he pulled the cover off him, to get up, to get ready for work. He looked down and he had a heart on. And at the end of his knob was it was bright red. He thought, what? It was the nose, the red nose at the end of his knob. So was it a dream? That's for you to decide. Because this is your Saturday night. No mine. Yours. The end. And that's a true story. Do you want to know how I know? I started the factory that makes the red noses, and we put cameras in a lot of it for hacking purposes and surveillance, police state type thing. And I saw that happen. The whole thing happen. Choose your own adventure, exactly. You decide.